Yep, that's how it is.
I see. My goodness, that is very personal indeed. If you don't mind me asking, do you have any idea what her goal could be?
Safe to say, they're not exactly on the best terms at the moment. Ever since Paimon met the Traveler, he's been trying to track his sister down and get some answers. But she's been avoiding him.
I see. So you two have fallen out. Huh. A pretty common occurrence between siblings.
Well, yeah, that may be. But the stakes are a little higher where these two are involved.
They certainly are. Although somehow it doesn't surprise me that a spat between the Traveler and Twin could affect the fate of the entire world. Just so I'm clear, you're still on Natlan's side, and you have no idea what your sibling is after. Is that right? Well, that's a relief. When you first mentioned your sibling, I was worried we were about to be thrust into an impossible position. Our reports say that the Abyss Order has focused most of their efforts against the Masters of the Nightwind. If you don't plan on staying here with me, I'd recommend going there to lend them a hand.
I'll join you. Right now, the Collective of Plenty isn't facing a serious threat, so we should
Many thanks, you two. Anything you need, send word to me right away.
Take it easy.
Look, it's Eulalie.
Huh. I wasn't expecting to see you here. Are you here to reinforce us?
How are things looking? Mawika?
Oh, the
Dire. I heard we're being hit. The more I thought about it,
So, that's how they earned the ire of Granny E.
They call themselves the Abyss Order, yes? Ugh, so tasteless. It's exactly the kind of two-dimensional name a clueless writer picks because they don't trust the rest of their writing to persuade the reader of who the real villains are.
Hey, she's saying your sister has poor taste.
Wait, what? Are you saying his sister is a member of the Abyss Order? I only said that because I was mad, but maybe I went too far.
Hey, let's save the chat for later. We've got some enemies.
Good. A much-needed chance to vent my frustration. And not a moment too soon.
You didn't have to say that last part out loud, Eulalie.
Show no mercy! Take your trip! Time to shine! Cryo incarnate! Fulfill our pact! Merciless! Phew!
Oh, impressive work, Granny Eatsley. If I'd known you were on the case...
If anyone should be reconsidering.
Experience says that if... Why don't we press our advantage?
Hey, was there a battle here just now?
The warriors from the Master...
The battle against the Abyss is still fresh on our minds. So everyone's... Well, morale's high and everyone's here.
Things are about to get dicey. Transfiguration!
Forward! Crush them!
What is that thing? It's like it's draining the strength right from my body. Find a way to destroy it! is neutralized. Good.
To be honest, well, whatever. I'll just have to make up for it with some extra wine at the victory feast.
With the stronghold cleared, this area should be safe for the time. Maybe it's just me. But an enemy under siege normally defends their stronghold at all costs. But this time was different. With a few exceptions, most of the enemy...
Huh? Not sure I follow. They did a tactical retreat.
I'm not convinced. Don't forget, they're radicals who chose to wage war on an entire nation.
So you're saying there's more to this than meets the eye?
I'm saying we don't know enough to be sure of anything at this...
Paimon had a hunch you might say that. But you're right. If we can somehow use that key to track down your sibling, maybe we can end this war before things get serious.
Wait, you're leaving? But I was still debating whether to invite you to the first victory feast.
Go ahead, you two. See, Lolly and I...
Let's look around for clues. There's no time to waste. Ugh. We've scoured the entire area, but still nothing. Are we supposed to believe that it just fell out of your sister's... Seems kind of ludicrous to lose something so important in such a dumb way. But then again, who knows? Sometimes...
Oh, thank goodness. Someone's here. Please help me.
Huh? Who are you? What happened?
No. Now isn't the time. Please, you've got to help me. I'm being chased by monsters and I can't keep running.
Yeah, where are they?
Huh? I'm sorry. They're almost here. This really isn't the time to be joking.
We're not. We're complete.
But how? Ugh, there's no time. They're coming. We gotta run.
What's wrong with that girl? She... Oh no! It looks like something really hit her. Beep. Quick, let's see if she's okay. What's wrong? Are you hurt? What was that?
The monsters! They're right there! You need to get out of here. It's too dangerous. Them. Well, it's about time. I nearly kicked the bucket just now. Great!
Savior?
Busted. Unleash. Fearless. Another star goes out.
Shower me with this.
These are about to...
You done? Paimon still can't see anything, so it just looked like you were slicing at thin air. Kinda funny, actually. Oh, really?
Sure. It's nothing. It's okay. I can see they're all gone now. I didn't think much of it when the monsters were breathing down our necks, but now that I've calmed down, holding hands with you like this, I'm just a little shy.
Huh? Have you never shaken hands?
Well, anyway,
I haven't had the chance to introduce myself yet. I'm Deirdith. Thanks for, saving me just now. I'm really grateful for your help.
No worries. Paimon's Paimon, and this is the Traveler. With him around, you'll be safe. So, what was the deal with those monks?
Your guess is as good as mine. I could see them the whole time.
Whoa! That must have been scary. The idea that we'd stand by and laugh while some poor girl was being hunted down by monsters? Don't worry, but more importantly, did the
It's nothing serious.
Good idea! We'll take it.
Phew, thank you so much. I'm gonna stay here until I heal up. Don't want to risk
Yeah, you already took a big enough...
a small village, far away from here. I walked for what seemed like forever and lost my way, so... yeah, I have no idea where I am anymore. Maybe all these trials and tribulations are part of the journey. No one said finding the savior.
Huh. That's the second time you called the Traveler a savior.
Oh, sorry. It just slipped out. I was caught off guard. The resemblance is... Anyway, there was once a sage who passed through my village. People got the sense that she was truly omniscient. The sage said that doomsday was coming. But as that day approached, a savior would reveal themselves to us. The day of disaster is almost upon us. So my grandmother begged me to leave the village. I've heard people talk about the savior since I was a kid. Growing up, it really made an impression on me. So when I saw your golden hair for the first time, it was like this image that's existed in my mind's eye all these years suddenly came to life. Everything matched.
Oh, so that's why you were lost for words when you first saw him. Well, the Traveler's definitely got what it takes to be a savior. And he's already got a ton of titles, so he won't mind one extra.
Actually, I don't think it's him.
What? But didn't you say that everything matched?
Everything except the gender. The savior was described as a young woman.
Oh, for goodness sake. There are gender requirements to be a savior? Really? Oh, of course. If it's not you, then it's gotta be her.
Who? Who is it? You have a sister? Well, then that's it! Please, can you take me to see her?
Huh. Maybe, if you're lucky. It just depends if we can find her.
Huh? But isn't she your sister?
Sorry. Looks like Paimon steered this conversation back to the fallout between you two. It wasn't on purpose, but that's the reality, so it's hard to avoid.
Okay, fair enough. But since you're looking for her anyway, why don't we team up? We might stand a better chance if we work together. Yes, everyone says that the disaster is inevitable. But the savior will rescue us all from our pain and suffering. I've always dreamed of meeting the savior.
Do you really buy this whole doomsday? See? She broke eye contact. Sure sign of a guilty conscience. What's wrong, Deirdith? Something's clearly bothering you. You want to tell us what's going through your mind?
Oh, I just, how should I put it? The Traveler looks just like the savior of my dreams. And it's not every day that the savior of your dreams swoops in and saves the day in your moment of crisis. So I'm just a little overwhelmed, that's all. 3 seconds of unbroken eye contact is the limit. I don't think my mind and body can handle any more than that.
What do you mean, limit? What happens after 3 seconds?
I'm sorry. Please forget that I said anything. Like I said, I'm going to hide here until I...
If you manage to find the savior in the meantime, please come and let me know.
Are you sure you'll be okay here on your own?
I'll be fine. I might not be much of a fighter, but I know how to stay hidden. And if I get hungry...
Alright then. Well, take care. What a mysterious girl. But hey, at least she seems to like you. And it sounds like she's gonna help look for your sister. Anyway, this is probably all the progress we're gonna make for now.
Oh, you're back! How...
Nothing substantial, unfortunately.
So I take it that the war's still on? That's okay. The Abyss Order hasn't attacked us. And since we don't know what they're planning, we haven't in a word, it's a stalemate. The guards have been keeping watch around the clock, but for everyone else, you wouldn't even know we're at war.
Huh.
I was wondering, Traveler, if you have the time, could you go and pay a... They've been working a pretty demanding schedule. I was gonna go see them myself, but...
Oh, but you're a great hero too, Yan-san.
Great.
Wow! Tumaini, our hero. We've actually fought together before. You do? Then it's truly an honor.
Thank you for standing guard this whole...
It's all good. Honestly, it's not been that much work. Haven't heard a peep from the enemy. Nothing that would indicate an impending attack. I've spotted a bunch of Abyss Order operatives, but they weren't acting hostile. There were even moments when they seemed to be meditating. At least, that's what it looked like to me. Maybe it's part of their... Out of an abundance of caution, I asked some shamans from the tribe to take a look and see if there was a... But they didn't sense anything untoward.
Huh. Interesting. Oh well, the more time they spend meditating, the less time they spend trying to beat us to a pulp.
Well, the shamans didn't raise any concerns, so how bad could it be? As far as I'm concerned, so long as they don't pose an active threat, they can do all the cult worship activity. Besides, as soon as everything's in place and we're ready for an all-out offensive, there'll be no
Sounds like morale is pretty high. Guess there's strength and confidence in numbers. Let's keep...
Huh? Is that Tumaini? What brings you here? Is this,
Hey, come on! You'd march to war without so much as blinking. What's so scary about a chap...
It's not the same thing at all. There are plenty of chances to go to war, but a one-on... How can I not be nervous? What if I say something wrong?
No one's here to judge you.
I'm sorry, great hero.
Let Paimon guess.
May I challenge you to a...
What? How can you be so...
No, of course not. I just figured that if I don't ask now, I'll... But I am still on patrol. So please, Great Paimon?
Ugh, again with the sheepish audacity.
Obviously, I never expected to win, but until now, I'll be bragging about the day I got to spar with Tumaini.
Ugh, Paimon can't keep up with you. Your tone has changed all over again.
Well, some people connect through conversation, but we warriors bond by sparring. And now that I've had a bout with the hero, we're no longer strangers. Nothing to be nervous about anymore.
Okay...
Not at all. We haven't spotted any new...
As Paimon expected, nothing here either.
You're back. So, did the guards find anything?
Nothing much, no. Someone mentioned that the Abyss Order has been doing some kind of meditation or prayer, but apparently it seemed harmless. Paimon wants to lodge a complaint about one of the guards, though. His name's Kentalo.
Traveler? You're back already? And no one thought to wake me up, huh?
In fairness, you look pretty hungover. Can't imagine anyone wanting to wake you up in that state.
I'll have you know I'm perfectly sober when I'm hungover. Okay. I'll admit that sounds strange at face value, but what I meant to say is, I heard something
Yeah, that's right.
I sensed something strange in my dream. It was vague, but it seemed as if some noise...
Oh,
hard to say. I don't think it had any tangible effect on the night. It's like a signal that exists on a different dimension of reality. It might not interfere with ours or pose any detectable risk.
oh. So even someone as familiar with the ley lines as you can't tell what's going... No wonder the shamans that Satura called to the front lines couldn't sense anything.
Ian-san, I think we should go talk to the chiefs. There's no point dragging this out. We need to take the initiative.
If that's the Council of Granny Eatsley, I'm sure the chiefs will agree. But it will still take us some time to gather the required in war. Adequate planning and
Sure, but the finer details aren't my concern. Anyway, oh? Sure, what is it? Huh, you mean only select individuals can see them? Now that's a strange one. I guess they could be manifestations of a It could also be a simple case of dead monsters whose souls got stuck here somehow. Well, I say simple. Things quickly get confusing when you start looking into monster souls. For starters, trying to figure out which classification system to use is a real pain in the...
All right, we get it. Granny Eatsley's learning and wisdom knows no bounds. But could we just...
Hey, I was just thinking out loud. You really think I was just trying to flaunt my knowledge? Anyway, the short answer is... there are many potential explanations for the kind of phenomenon you describe. That said, it's not something I've ever encountered.
Oh, wow.
Hey, I'm not that old!
care to elaborate on what happened?
Really? You had to hold her hand to see the monsters? That sounds a little contrived.
Huh? That's the part that bothers you?
Maybe the point is more that it requires direct physical contact, whether that be hand-holding or otherwise. But that's neither here nor there. What bothers me is, it sounds like she's convinced that your sibling, the leader of the Abyss Order, is a savior. That really makes me question whose side this girl is on, and whether what she told you about her background is actually... Sorry if that comes across as paranoid. It's just...
Actually, Paimon feels like him.
Whoever this girl is, she sounds like bad news.
Okay, well, you're clearly just jumping to conclusions.
It's hard to know what to make of it. A young lady all by herself, lost in the middle of nowhere, sees monsters that no one else... At the very least, we should remain vigilant. Keep a close watch on her.
Sounds sensible. On that note, we probably shouldn't have left her by herself in that cave.
Traveler, we still need some time to muster our forces. Maybe you could check on her if you're not busy. Just be careful.
It's settled then. Let's go check on her.
All right.
was right. Maybe she never intended to stay. Traveler, watch out!
Oh, sorry. Sorry. I didn't know it was you. I heard it. Did I hurt you? Oh, I'm so sorry. I wasn't thinking straight.
Phew. That was scary. Paimon thought we'd walked into a trap. Maybe we shouldn't have sneaked in without announcing it. Then you would have known we weren't monsters.
To be honest, I've been really on edge since you left. I just have this constant feeling that any second, the monsters are gonna come back and get me. And it's not like I can run from them. There's also no way to cook here. It's good you got back when you did. Another hour and a half and you probably would have found me starved to death.
Oh, that's weirdly precise. Though, it does explain why your attack on the Traveler... Wait, if you really thought you were gonna starve or get killed by monsters, why'd you promise that you'd be okay here on your own?
I just didn't want to lose face in front of my hero. He already saved my life once. That's more than enough. I just don't want to come across as a constant burden.
Huh. For someone on the brink of
What? That is the real reason. I'm kind of bearing my soul here, you know? Anyway, so, could you make me some food now?
Oh, Paimon's getting hungry now, too. Go on, then. You can join us for dinner.
Whew. I am so full. Thanks for saving me, again. Starvation feels like a distant memory now.
Huh. You can really pack it away, Deirdith. Guess that explains how you had the energy to make it this...
I tried so hard to hold back, but it looks like I
Paimon didn't even realize how late it is.
Yeah, and it's all thanks to you both that I'm able to relax and enjoy it. I was cooped up in that cave the whole time you were gone. Now...
You weren't in there that long.
When I was young, I used to lie on the roof of my house, gazing up at the stars. And often, my mind would drift to this question. Is this starry sky actually real? But my grandma would tell me, the answer to that question, think of all the people in our village who spend their entire lives here, she'd say. To them, that little village is their whole world. And so, if it's our destiny to live beneath this sky all our lives, then whatever may or may not lie beyond, this is our world. And that sky is real to us.
Paimon, is it kind of like how journeying with the Traveler is everything to Paimon right now?
I really treasured my world. The village was my everything. The houses, the scenery, stories I always loved to hear about the Savior, but I could never bring myself to agree with Grandma. Even if the village was my entire world, I still had—
Yeah! Go you!
So, I'm going to make my world bigger. One step at maybe then, I'll finally get an answer to the question I had as a child. Who knows? Maybe one day, I'll be sitting and chatting just like we are now, but with someone from—
Yeah, one day. Oh, if only we could tell her.
I need to find the Savior and protect my world. That's the most worthwhile thing I could think of doing. So—
You know what? It's pretty cool.
Sorry. I got a little carried away. I always get chatty after a hearty meal. Can you see them now?
Oh, Paimon still can't see anything.
Get to work!
Huh? Wow, that was fast. Oh, Paimon's slowly but surely getting used to the sight of you fight. You doing all right, Deirdith? Deirdith? Hey, it's okay.
Oh, I'm fine. I just spaced out there for a moment.
You spaced out?
I was just... the image of the Traveler fighting to protect me. I was...
All right.
Anyway, there are no more monsters in the area, and it's getting late.
Sounds reasonable to Paimon. What do you... All right. Deirdith will be... Huh? Deirdith?
Doomsday. A fitting name indeed. A blood-red sky. Wild beasts that slaughter all in sight. Endless pain. A terrible curse that cannot be reversed. And the birth of a savior.
You're awake. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to, You just look quite distressed, like you were having I thought if I took your hand into mine, you might find it soothing. At least, that's what my family always did when I had, but it didn't seem to work on you.
Oh, You better not be trying to pull a fast one on the Traveler.
What? Don't be so... I have more...
Self-control? What does that have to do with it? No, you go ahead. But for the rest of the night, Paimon is staying up to keep an eye on this young lady.
Oh, do I really seem that shady to you?
Well, Deirdith, there should be enough food for 3 days. Make sure you eat the perishable stuff first, so nothing goes to waste. You can't tell which stuff is perishable, right?
Yeah, I can tell from the ingredients. Thank you so much. 3 days will definitely be enough time for my ankle to heal.
All right, then we'll be off. Bye for now, Deirdith.
Wait! But if this is goodbye, how am I supposed to find you again? Oh, I mean, what if I find your...
Ah, that's a good point. We share the same goal, but we're How about this? When the time comes, you can just write a letter to Mawika. She'll be able to find us for
Mawika? Who's Mawika?
It's the Abyss But it doesn't look like they're marching to war. More like they're...
Where? What are you talking about?
A bunch of Abyss Order thugs. You don't see them? They're heading right this way.
That's strange. I guess it's my turn to not be able to see the monsters. You're right. I see them now. You weren't joking after all.
What a weird situation. What is making these monsters invisible? Well, might as well mow these ones down, just so they can't pose a threat to the tribe. Woohoo! All done!
So, there's no more of them, right? I still can't wrap my mind around this. Why couldn't I see them until you took my hand?
So, any ideas? Oh, Paimon's getting a little worried about Eon-san and the, We gotta go! Bye for...
See ya, and please...
Hey, Eon-san! We ran into quite a big group from the Abyss...
The front line has collapsed.
Huh? But... how?
No, relax. Their front line has collapsed.
Feels like you could have phrased that more clearly at the start. But this is good news, right? Why'd you still look so...
No, we're still mustering troops. Nowhere near ready to go. So at first, I was also confused about what exactly happened out there. But just now, I got the full story from a guard who was on the scene. One person. Just a single individual. They stormed the enemy lines and attacked with a vengeance, cutting them down. They wielded an unknown power and fought with a sword style that no one recognized. The guard who relayed this to me said that before he even had time to react, the enemy was decimated. I'm only recounting what I heard, and I'm sure the guard in question must be exaggerating to some extent. And assuming they're a neutral party, we'll need to figure out how to engage with them. Clearly they're a force to be reckoned with, so we don't want to come across as too weak or too hostile.
You don't need to sweat it, Eon-san. From your description, we're already pretty confident that we... Honestly, with the Abyss Order acting out so publicly, it's about time he showed up. Dainsleif!
Archon reporting for battle.
Chamber full and ready to...
It's been a while, Dane. And, yeah, after we heard what went down, you caused quite a stir, you know. Oh, this is a friend of ours from Natlan. Her name's Eon-san. She insisted on coming here to thank...
It is my honor. Thank you for breaking the stalemate in our war against the Abyss Order. Now...
Please don't mind him, Eon-san. He always talks like that, but he's a pretty...
It's quite all right. Uezo Janssen respects those of great power. It's quite clear that he meant no offense, and I am still delighted to make his acquaintance. Anyway, since you're old friends...
Sure thing! Hey, Dane! Would it have killed you to be a little more polite. She's our friend. Ugh, so stubborn. But whatever. We thought so too. What do you think we should do? Paimon gets it. Nothing in the world can satisfy you like making me. Wow. Okay. A rare, candid response from Dane. Well, actually, we found his sister's hibernation chamber key near the Collective of Plenty. Oh, and there's more! After finding the key, we also ran into this weird girl. She kept seeing monsters that we couldn't see, and then, this other time, we saw a load of monsters, but she couldn't. She also said she was on a journey to find the Savior. Her description of this Savior matched the Traveler pretty closely. Yeah, that's right. Wait, wasn't his sister called the Princess, though? What? Oh, sounds like the people of Conry. Paimon gets it now. So, a bit like Kaya. Except she grew up somewhere more isolated? Still, that doesn't... Sure. Also, why don't you stay with us at the Masters of the Night Wind for tonight? You must be tired after all that fighting today.
ダメだ。アビス教団にこれ以上時間を与えるわけにはいかない。
イアンサー？もしかしてさおはよう、二人とも。何話してたんだ？
ちょうど呼びに行こうと思っかかり木の民の伝達師からアビス教団の中における本拠地大半の兵力はそこへ撤退したらしい。四季の中枢怪人の都にな。
いかにもアビス教団が選びそうな場所だな。もしかしたらお前の妹さんもいるかもしれないぞ。
ああ、兵力もほぼ集め終わったし、エンジン様のところにも
返事を待っていたのでは遅すぎる。情報が手に入った以上即座に行動すべきだ。たった1分の遅れがアビス教団に
私の考えはさっき話した通りだ。あんたの
問題ない。俺が行く。情報感謝するヤンサ。
一人で行くつもりか？もう少し待った方がいいんじゃ。
わかった。
引き止めないの？
私はダインスレイブさんの勇気を評価してる。それにこれだけ万が一劣勢になったとしても時間さえじゃあ5分。
ああ、感謝する。
旅人じっと見られて、ダインのやつかっこつけるんなら
道中の偵察は僕がやります。
ここがアビス教団。
アビス教団は昔から潜伏と陣地戦を得意としている。俺が長年奴らの戦力を大幅にそげな戦闘中は貴様のことを常に気にかけられるとはか。もしアビスの力で動く装置などに遭遇したら遠慮なく頼ってくれ。対処する。
ダインと一緒に戦うのは久しぶりだな。イアンサがお前の妹さんにも会えたら。
つまらん小細工を。
宴会に沈め。かかれ。人物。連気か。無に着せ。
観念しろ。
糸よ、工作せよ。念の表像。表層よ。
観念しろ。
去ってください皆さん。
たちの構造にこの戦い方、最初から生きて帰るつもりはないのかもな。望むところだ。観念しろ。
どの目が出るかしら。具現せよ。治療は僕にもの。
観念しろ。
突破口を開きましょう。
烈風万象よ巡れ。急がな念の表滅。捕まえた。
敵討ち。
痛がっちゃいねえ。終わりね。具現
ダインスレイブ、思念深いやつめ。アビスはどこにでもいる。逃れることなどできない。ましてや抗うなどと、なおさら無駄なこと。
追ってください皆さん。
今悪くなく道あふれよ。やっ力をやっ
この先は行き止まりか。だが未だに貴様の妹の気配はない。ここを全ているのは一体誰だ。
真っ向の剣ダインスレイブ。これがお前の望んだことか。
その通りだ。貴様らを狩る機会を一度たりとも逃すつもりはない。
妹さんがいないってことは、こいつがこの本拠地のリーダーか。
我々を狩るか。同情を禁じ得ないな。お前にとっては殺されることすら贅沢な願いなのだろう。長年我々を追い続け、やっとのことで成し遂げたことが。
煙に巻くようなその話し方、不快で仕方がないが、少なくとも今王手を貴様らにはまだ何か切り札があるのか。それともこの戦。
わかりやすく言ってやろう。教団側からすれば、姫、戦いへの勝利だけではない。姫様はすでに我々アビス教団の宿願を密かに八神の国に侵入し、ナタが八神の国の地脈を再建した事例を参考に、運命の食器を使ってカーン・ルイヤの地脈を再構築したのだ。
運命のってことは、アビス教団が名園の主を襲ってやばいぞ。
そうとも。カーン・ルイヤはすでに復興を遂げた。ダインスレイブよ。お前に葬られた我が同胞たちは、500年にもわたる苦しみを。
ざれ言。つまらん。貴様の言は穴だらけだ。
そうだぞ。なんか肝心なところが抜けてないか。そんな簡単に済むんなら、マービカや隊長だってアビスの災いの時にあんな来る。
単刀直入に聞こう。 貴様の言う復興したカーン・ルイヤと。
まったくそこまで愚かだとはな。この状況になってもよく考えてみるがいい。戦争が始まってから
さっき見た夢がどうも引っかかってね。ノイズ？地脈や八神の国に実質的な影響はなさそうだけど、そう、互いに干渉しない別の次元に存在してるみたいで、直接的な
名園の主の近くにいた将兵の話では、休戦中多くのアビス教団のイアンサやシトラリと一緒にアビス教団。ティレルには見えて俺に。
何を思いついたのか知らないが、軽々しく信じるな。そんな馬鹿げた話、この目で自ら確かめるまでは今やるべきことはただ一つ。目の前の往生際の悪い
具現せよ、律令に従え。
この手に片付いたか？これでアビス、さっきのことを考えてるのか？すごく悩んでるって顔して。
なるほど。つまり貴様は彼女が復興。俺はやはりカーン・ルイヤの復興がそうたやすく成し遂げられるとは思え。俺はここに残って戦場の後始末を。声と話し方にどこか覚えがあるとは思っていたが、貴様の死を。貴様もまた不死の呪いを受けたのか、ハーデン。
500年ぶりの再会だというのに変わらず呼び捨てとは。たとえお前が高貴なる真っ向の剣になろうとも、私はかつてお前の剣術の師だったのだぞ。ダインス。
敬意などとうの昔に消え去った。貴様の傲慢さと。
そうか。しかしもはや争う必要もあるまい。どうせお互い。
俺は貴様を100度だって殺してやる。
まさか本気でかかってくるとは。100度も死の淵をさまようなど悪夢ですら経験したことがない。
アビス教団の分だけだ。かつてカーン・ルイヤで起きた全てを含めるならば、貴様の悪夢は想像。
そうか、分かった。お前も疲れただろう。どうした？昔話は嫌いか？
まさか貴様がアビス教団の側につくとはな、ハーデン。貴様らの姫はかつて貴様らを裏切ったと言ってもいいはずだ。
ああ、その通りだ。かつてカーン・ルイヤの最悪が起こった。彼女の絶大なアビスの力がすでに削られていたことを分かっていても、それでも彼女が一人で去ってしまったことに。だが私は信じている。あのお方がなそうとしていることも、この状況で我々が信じられるものなど他にいるか？カーン・ルイヤの民が 今さら神に頼ること。
彼女を許すとは。この500年で貴様、もし貴様が騎士学院で俺に国者剣術を教えていたあの頃、今のような心の持ちようでいて
そうか。
俺の行いは学院が掲げる騎士の精神にのっとったものだった。にもかかわらず冷静さを欠いているなどという理由で罰を受けようと。それから本当はこんな名など口にしたくないが、同級生だったスルトロッチも騎士精神を貫いたがゆえに迫害を受け、獅子の自由を失った。今さらこんなことを語っても何の意味もない。だがこの全てに貴様は己の地位を守り、偽りの名誉を保つために新世代の騎士たちを徹底的に潰した。どうした？認めないつもりか？
すまない。真摯に謝りたいところなのだが、私は何も思い出せないの。この姿を見ろ。アビスの力がなければ、私は記憶も心も精神も感情だが、たとえそれが私にとって振り返りたくもない過去で、このまま本当の自分を私が犯した罪。
なるほど、道理で。記憶とは人格を形作る根幹だからな。カーン・ルイヤでの過去か。
ずいぶんいろいろと思い出したようだな。
貴様に語ってや。
そうか。残念だがよかろう。私には聞けぬ物語も。
運命の食器。いえ、貴様ら一体何をした？
改めて謝罪する、ダインスレイブ。確かに私は嘘をついた。カーン・ルイヤの復興はまだなされていない。地脈の折り直しすらまだ完了していない。地脈とはあらゆる記憶の集合体と考えていいだろう。かつてのカーン・ルイヤの地脈を再構築するには、あの時代のカーン・ルイヤ、運命の食器は記憶というだからアビス教団の者たち全員で記憶の断片をかき集め、当時。
今もなお運命の食器は動いているのか。アビス教団の奴らがしていた瞑想も。
その通りだ。500年の時を超え、残された我々が記憶を紡ぎ、夢の国を再びこの現実へと呼び戻す。壮大でロマンに満ちた計画だ。だが、500年という年月はあまりに長すぎた。
そこで目をつけたのがこの俺か。長年貴様らを狩り続けてきた敵だというのに。
その通りだ。お前の兄が残した指輪のおかげで、お前は何度でも肉体の状態をリセットできる。お前の記憶も多少はすり減っていようが、カーン・ルイヤの末裔の中では最もマシな。たとえ教団の全戦力をおとりにしようとも、お前の心に刻まれ。
俺をここへ誘い込み、瞑想の状態へと導く。いいだろう。俺の脳裏にあるわずかな記憶と引き換えに貴様らの全戦力をそげるというなら、悪くない取引だ。運命の食器にすがりつき、 一か八かで主張。
少なくともあの方にはこの戦いに参加する資格がある。そしてたった今、お前の助けのおかげで運命の食器による
貴様らが崇める者のことはさておき、どんな代償も厭わない。俺を欺いた報いにもう100度死ぬ覚悟はあるんだろうな。
どこかアビスは世界の影だ。消えることはなく、どこから来てどこへ行くのか。万物には終わりがある。時間も正解は果てしなく広く。これだけ私にとってこの程度の力か。かつての私はそれを持つことも追い求めることもしなかった。正解は果てしなく広がっている。そこを旅する者にとって力を求める道に終わりはない。だからこそ私は前へ進む中でいくつかの目標を設けている。そしてお前と共に旅をする。
ねえ、大丈夫？何かあった？
私たちは同じ世界の人間じゃない。
うん。俺は未来の世界にいる。
よかった。なら世界はじゃあ寒類や。私の国はどうなったの？未来がわからないからこそ頑張る力が生まれるの。私は信じてる。たとえあなたの助けがなくても私は彼女を探しに行く。でもね、私にとってあなたは間違いなく救世主よ。全てを守り全てを変えられる人。でも残念、私たちは同じ時空にいないんだ。そうだ、前から思ってたんだけど、あなたが一生懸命妹さんをだから何か妹さんを見つけた時にあなたが探してたって証明できるように。
かった。時の失勢、イスタロトの影響だったんだ。そうじゃなければこの出会いは起こり得なかった。知ってたのは結果だけ。その過程をずっと知りたいと。500年前、カーン・ルイヤの災厄が始まったばかりの頃、私はカーン・ルイヤの姫として全力で抗おうとしていた。そんな時、この少女ティレルが訪ねてきたの。彼女は世界を救ってほしいと必死に頼み込んできた。お兄ちゃんが私を探してるって聞いて、驚きのあまりすぐには信じられなかったけど、スリープポットの鍵を見せられて本当だって分かった。テイワットで目覚めた時、お兄ちゃんはそばにいなかった。この星のどこを探しても見つからなかったのに、当時の私にとってはすぐにでもお兄ちゃんに会いに行きたかったけど、カーン・ルイヤはもっと切実には分かってた。どっちを選んでもこの先罪悪感を抱えながらも、私が選んだのはお兄ちゃんに会いに行く方。やっとのことで見つけた時、お兄ちゃんはまだ目覚めてもいなかった。スリープポットの鍵もちゃんとお兄ちゃんの元にあっわけが分からず混乱したけど、考えてる暇なんてなかった。すぐにお兄ちゃんを連れて逃げるしか。ここからは500年もの間ずっと疑問だった。でもまさかこんな偶然が重なって答えにたどり着くなんて。500年後の私の行動が全ての元凶だったなんて、私への皮肉なの、イスタロト。まだ。でも最も重要な一歩は踏み出せたよ。テイワットの地脈は天理によって固定されていて、増やすことも置き換えることもできないってことは。でもナタにある八神の国だけは例外みたいで、ずっと気になってたの。そこで私はアビス教団を率いてナタに陽動作戦を仕掛け、残念ながら八神の国は特殊で新たな地脈を受け入れることはできないんだって。でも八神は地脈を紡ぐための空間を与えてくれた。それで八神の許可を得て運命の食器を起動させ、一輪のインテイワットの花を基盤に500年前のカーン・ルイヤを再現した空間を生み出して、今のナタの時空に重ね合わせたの。時空が重なり合ってたからこそ。その後、すべての教団の信者たちの瞑想と思い出によって現在の時空に重ねられた記憶を素材に重ね合わせた空間をテンプレートにして、運命の食器は今私が手にしているのは新世界の座標図そのもの。運命の食器によって紡ぎ出され絡み合うのは新カーン・ルイヤの地脈か。いつか必ずこれを受け入れられる。500年前カーン・ルイヤに来たばかりのカーン・ルイヤの姫として王宮で長い時を過ごしている。カーン・ルイヤで過ごしたあの時間を否定できない。私にとってカーン・ルイヤはダインだからこそ罪悪感が胸に重くのしかかってる。でもそれ以上に重要な天理と対等に対話するための資格を得ること、そのためには一つの世界が必要なの。 ちゃんはいつも運命を変えようとしてる。私も500年前にお兄ちゃんと再会する機会を逃すわけにはいかないから。
なぜかわからないけど、蛍の言ってることはどこか他人事みたいだ。蛍、その計画は本当に俺たちにとって意味のあるものなのか？
最初から全部私とお兄ちゃんだけの問題。さようなら、お兄ちゃん。旅の終点で2人の新たな始まりが待ってる。
我らが英雄のご帰還だ。主力部隊が戦場に到着する前にアビス教団は
どう詳しいことはオイラもわからないけど、旅人がティレルと手をつないだし、必死で近くを探したんだけど、気づいたら元の場所に旅人がいた。すごく悲しそうな。
なんとなくわかる。妹さんのことでしょ。夢の中で
妹さんに会えたのか？なんでオイラに一番に教えてくれなかったんだよ。まあ落ち込んでたのはわかるけどさ。
君の妹、本当にすごいことしちゃったのね。さすがに驚いちゃった。それよりも驚いたのは、八神がそれを許したってことよ。八神から理由も聞いてきたんだけど、アビスとの戦争の時、マービカ様と隊長の意見が分かれてたでしょ。ナタの文化や人々の記憶を第一に守るべきだと考えるマービカ様に対して、隊長は地脈を守ることが最優先だって主張してた。そして今回、運命の食器を見た八神は、それが地脈を生み出す力を持つことを知って、彼女は君の妹さんのやり方が第三の合理的な選択になり得ると考えた。もし国全体を座標図として保存できるとしたらってね。国全体を保存する。
オイラもだぞ。
それで八神は運命の食器が今のナタに実質的な影響を与えない、ただ追加条件を課したみたいだった。
追加条件？
さあ教えて。ま、とにかく飲もうぜ。私は八神様を絶対的に信頼してる。そうだろ旅人。さあ一緒に北条の国に戻ろうぜ。ボレソもいるだろうし、今回はしっかりもてなすからな。お？そっとしときなさい。君みたいなタイプにはちょっと理解しがたいかもしれ。
旅人。